Mic check.
When I was to I knew you were the one for me.
Come through, dig the
I
sound.
swear the whole world could do you empty.
Crowd around. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble
here.
locks. Stop, stick around, come through and dig
What
the
have you been up to today? Just chilling or?
I went and got my nails done for the Gator game.
Nice. When are you going to that?
It starts at 3:30. I'm meeting up Julian and Kira I forgot where he said. I have to look somewhere. I'm meeting them somewhere to
Yeah.
watch the game because he's a Georgia fan. So
Are they playing against each other? Or?
yeah,
Okay.
it's Florida Georgia, which is like one of the biggest. It's like a big rival. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are gonna be.
So it's a big thing.
Yeah,
You went to UF, right?
yeah.
When did you graduate there?
2011 and 2014. I
20.
went.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
did
cool.
2 degrees there because I'm
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah, well, you're doing engineering, so
Yeah.
you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Aside from, obviously, you want to pursue other things, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
No, that's
bored
cool.
with it now.
Yeah, that's one thing I never did is because I went to community college at Eastern Florida, but I dropped out after like 3 months, so I never got the college experience or did anything like that, which probably also plays a part as to why I don't really watch football, I guess.
Yeah. That's the only reason. I don't know anything about any of the other teams. I
Yeah.
just know when the Gators are playing. And I barely even understand the rules of the game. I know enough to follow it, but I'm just like, I don't know all of the intricacies and how they get ranked, how they go against. I don't get any of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So, how long have you been doing comedy for, by the way? I don't know if I've asked you that.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, it was 3 years, June 30th.
Yeah.
In terms of like consistently, because I had taken the class, but I just took the class for fun, and I just kind of didn't do anything with it. But like, it's been 3 years since I started doing open mics and getting out there. So yeah,
So, was the class at the Improv or?
it was at the West Palm Beach Improv,
Okay.
which no longer exists anymore
Okay.
at the moment. They're supposed to build a new one, but it
Yeah.
doesn't exist right now.
So, when did you start featuring at the Improv over here? Do you remember?
Well, the first time I featured at
Okay.
the Improv on the main stage was a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
the first
was it a
time.
couple
Yeah.
weeks- oh, okay,
Before
okay.
I've only done like guest spots or hosted a couple times, but in terms of like featuring on the Improv stage, that was 2 weeks ago. So I
Okay,
was
cool.
excited.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I thought you had been doing it, but it
No,
was like,
I've been featuring at like other places like Bonkers, Gregory's, like those clubs, but not the Improv. No.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you have been featuring for a while then. Yeah.
This, I think, when did I start? I think I did my first feature like the end of December last year. So that was kind of my goal. Like I made the goal of wanting to start featuring in 2024, and I got kind of a little early because it was like late December when I did my first 30-minute set.
Yeah.
Which was actually Matt Glidden gave me that on the dunes. So that was my first 30-minute set, and I was so afraid.
Yeah,
And-
that's a long time to be up there, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know when I'm gonna get there because, geez, 10 minutes, I'm sweating my ass off.
Bro, this is how I know I'm a misogynist, because I'm up there and I was like, bitch, shut up already. Like, you've been talking for 30 minutes. Nobody cares.
That's so funny. I say the same shit about myself. That's
Nobody gives a
hilarious.
fuck about your dating life. Shut up.
That's great.
God.
Yeah. No, for real. I be feeling like that sometimes. These people don't want to listen to me no more, but
Oh my God.
they love it, man. They laugh, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes skill to be up there for 30 minutes and hold someone's attention. So
Yeah, that's the thing, is like keeping them engaged for that 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
20, I feel like 20 I'm comfortable with now. But 30 just, I know it's 10 minutes more, but 30 just still seems like exhausting. Like it's exhausting for me to be up there for 30 minutes. But
Oh yeah, after you get off, like after I get off stage, like I just did 15 minutes for the first time at a showcase, like maybe a month ago, and it's like exhausting. Yeah, you'll give them all of your energy, and you're like, how am I gonna drive home?
Yeah, exactly.
I can barely think straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. Damn, 3 years. I can't even imagine.
I
putting
can't
in the
believe
work
I'm
for that.
still doing it. Like,
No, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah.
like it just because I know like 5 years is when people start to get into the groove of things. So like I'm excited to see like what I'm gonna be doing at 5 years. That's very exciting. So it just seems like it just went by so quickly.
Yeah.
Like when I started, I was just like I heard people doing it for 3 and 5 years. I was like, that's a lot. But now I'm like kind of here. So
Mm-hmm.
and it feels great. I feel the growth and I love that because I go back and I'll like watch my videos from 2 years ago and I was like, you sucked. I mean, I still watch my videos now and I'm like, you suck.
Yeah.
But in comparison, like I see my growth and it's very motivating to do that. So
Yeah, no, when I hit my year, I watched back my first videos and I went back to my old voice recordings and I was like, oh my God.
the lack of confidence,
Yeah.
the uncertainty,
Oh
like
gosh. I mean, even now, like you said, like watching stuff, but it's crazy to see like, you're getting better because you can watch your progression from where you were. Even like for me, just because I'm so new, a couple weeks ago is progression
Yeah.
because it's just like, I'm still so early in it. But yeah, I can't imagine like 3 to 5 years down the road. It's who knows what'll happen. I guess that would be my next goal too, is to like work towards building that time and eventually be a feature within the next couple years.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have you been to Christy B's yet?
Yeah, I've done it was kind of like a feature host set. Like I went up first, but I still did like 20 minutes. And I'm there next Thursday and I think that's like just like a showcase, but then I have another feature set in November 23rd, I believe. So
Okay, cool. Yeah,
that
that's
one,
awesome.
I think that one's officially like in the right spot. Like, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I went out there for the open mic, and she seems like really excited to like give people time and give people
Yes,
spots and
I
put
love her.
people
Yeah,
up there. She's
she's
super
so
sweet. Yeah.
And she's like, it's a lot to run that club, and it's a lot of work, and she's doing it, and I admire her for that. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like I eventually want to like do shows and like my own shows and stuff like that, but I just think of all the work that goes into it. Like even your show is great. Like everything that you've put into it is amazing. Like the way that you set it up, the way that it just looks so professional. I love anybody
Thank
who's
you.
like very professional about their stuff, because there can be some very unprofessional people in this industry.
No, I appreciate it. I feel like I just I don't have anything else going for me, so I really put all of my energy into that stuff. And I also like with this, like, because the podcast thing, like I could have started this like in my car or just
Yeah.
like with the iPhone or something, but like I want to present myself as professional so people
No, I love
want to
this.
watch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully at some point.
Did you paint the room for it, or was it already blue?
No, I painted it because I was
Yeah.
just trying to come up with the color scheme, and it was based off of the logo that some girl made me, and I was
Okay,
just
and
like,
then you
oh,
painted
blue
the
and
room to
yellow,
match.
let me
Okay.
just keep with that. So, and I was gonna buy like a metal sign, like they have these custom metal signs that they make that light up, kind of like Joe Rogan's. There's one local company that does it, dude. They're like $2,000. I was
Really?
like, hell no, dude.
I
The
would think it'd be
stencil
like
was
a
$80.
couple hundred. Yeah. That's crazy.
Even the stencil, I'm like $80 for this is
Yeah.
insane. But no, yeah. So I just did the stencil and everything. But
You're no Joe Rogan.
no, definitely not. I am not yoked. I'm not a yoked bald man, nor can I afford a $2,000 metal sign. Oh gosh. Yeah. So did you grow up in Florida or?
I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
I moved to Orlando when I was 15 from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I went, like finished up high school. And then after that, I went to Gainesville for college and then went to West Palm Beach for my first job. And I was there up until 2021. So that's why I did the improv class down, because that's where I was living at the time. And I think I did comedy in South Florida for 4 months. And then I came to Melbourne. And then I've been here since. So
Yeah. What made you want to start comedy? Like, what was the driving force?
I think I just needed something to kind of, well, it was in, when I took the class, it was during COVID, and there's a couple things that led me to take the class. Like I wanted just something to do. I wanted something to get out of the house and meet people because I was, my engagement had just gotten broken off, and I was just like, it was just like my engagement got broken off, and then we're in the house, and I was just like, I need to get out. I need to meet people. I need to be. I need a new hobby. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I needed something to do. But then also, like, I was also looking into. Have you ever heard of Toastmasters?
That sounds familiar.
It's pretty much a kind of group thing where they teach you public speaking, like being better at public speaking. So you'll do speeches, stuff like that. And I also wanted to do that because I wanted to be better at that for my job, because I did a lot of training and business development as part of my regular job.
Mm-hmm.
But then a stand-up comedy class seemed more fun and seemed like it would give me kind of the same thing, like public speaking, but in a more fun way. So then my coworker had done it before and I knew about it. So I was just like, oh, let me see if they're doing classes at the Improv right now. And I looked it up and they were. So I did it. So that's how I ended up doing that. And so that's why I didn't do anything with it, because I had no intention of actually doing stand-up comedy when I did this class. It was just more to meet new people and to be able to practice public speaking. But then I think 8 months later, one of the girls in my class, she hit me up and she's like, oh, come out to a show. And I just started going with her to open mics and to shows and stuff like that. And then one day I just went up at one of the mics and I did well. I didn't do well, but they laughed.
Yeah, that's how my first one was too. Yeah.
And it felt good. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I love this.
Yeah.
And I just was just like, this is a really easy way to get attention and like that dopamine hit of like people liking you. So I just kind of kept doing it. I was just like, well, I'm not half bad. And I like things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
I tend to keep doing things that I realize I'm good at. So I just kept doing it.
Yeah, bit by the bug.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that's great. Yeah. So where do you see like next steps? Like, you think you're going to work towards just building time to do a headliner spot, or?
Yeah. So I think right now I have 30 clean. So that's why I can kind of do a lot of different places. If I include like all of my dirty material, I'm probably at 45. So, but I want to have an hour clean before like I start trying to headline, because I don't want to I don't want to have to ask that question every time. Like, I want to be able to just send everything out and be like, I can headline and I can do any room. So that's kind of what I'm working to. I haven't written anything in so long either.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like once I started featuring, I was just like, all right, like, I'll just do this for a while. And I mean, what I'm really trying to do is perfect the 30 minutes that I have.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely taken out some jokes that I put in just so I could get to the 30 minutes, but I didn't necessarily like those jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get like a 30 minutes that I love, and then I'll start working towards an hour that I love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I can see that, because I'm also like in a different position with that. Like, a lot of the jokes that I have that I'm writing, because I'm trying to write like every day just because I'm so early in it, and I have like, if we're being honest, technically I feel like it's like 3 to 5 minutes tight.
That you like.
And
okay,
that I like, and I can be on stage for 10, 15 minutes, but I'm not having the greatest time with all the material because it's not my favorite. So yeah, definitely building up what you want to do, because like, if you're not having fun, they're not gonna have fun either. So would you like want to, is it in your goals to like open for somebody that's like on a more like famous level? Yeah,
that would be the next step.
Like tour with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing that because that feature spot that I got a couple weeks ago, that guy said that he already has a feature. He just used me as a feature that week because his feature wasn't available.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that if I want to come to any of his shows and host, I'm more than welcome to. So I have those dates set up. So it's pretty much like any show he's doing, he'll let me host. And then he's like, if he's doing a show and his feature's not available, then I can feature.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So
Great.
this is like a good, he's not like years in, or I mean, he's years in, but he's not like a big name, like not like a Netflix name, but he's fairly popular. He has like a lot of online content and a big online following. So this
That's
is like a
good.
good step towards that. So I'm excited.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super exciting.
Mhm.
It's got to feel good to feel those goals that you had set in mind. Like it's all like it feels like it's already happening, and it's
Yeah.
really cool to see it.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it happened. I was just like, is this real? Like, I don't know yet. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't gone anywhere yet. But yeah, I'm supposed to. He actually already had a host in Austin, but I just happened to be in Austin the same weekend he was gonna be there. So I'm gonna do a couple of guest spots with him, and watch the Texas game, and then try to get on Kill Tony again.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
see how that goes.
For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in March and try to sign up again. So just try to do better. I think it's just nice, like, to have the opportunity to be able to go over there.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, at least and from my perspective, no matter what level I'm on, I feel like even if like I do good, bad, not good, kind of good, whatever, no matter what, I'm still building my skills on a big stage. There's 250 people in that room, and I can't get that over here. So it's like it's nice to be able to get that experience and just, be like, all right, I did it. Let me see if I can do better next time. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to have that experience because there's nothing out there like it. So I hope you get on.
Yeah. I'm
When-
gonna put female beside my name this time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. I never did it the other 3 times that I signed up. I
Yeah.
was like, maybe it will. I think I'll also I think I'm technically new again because I haven't done it in over a year. So I think I have to go through, and I think that list, maybe they pick from that list. I don't know.
Yeah. When are you going back?
November 8th.
November
8th.
8th.
Or the 9th, or whatever that weekend is. Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Next week.
I'm like, we're already in
Yeah, no, we're
November.
there,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I fly out next Friday. So.
Awesome. So are you trying to go like on a consistent basis yearly or like just
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Same. Yeah.
Like last year I went twice.
Okay.
I just happened to go on a weekend where they had shot 2 Kill Tonys in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to sign up twice in one day. Didn't get up either time, but yeah, I went out there twice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the exposure over there is good. And just like getting to meet people and work with people that are like, I was able to follow people that were killers and I'm like, should I even be on this show right now? What is happening? But I feel like it helps me build my skills quick in a short period of time. So
Yeah, it does.
whether getting on Kill Tony or not, like it's still worth it. It's so valuable to be out there. I feel like.
Did you get on the mothership mic?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
the first
I
trip
feel
I,
like
had
that
out there.
one's so good. Like,
Yeah.
because that audience is amazing. Like, they're ready.
Yeah, that's what was so fun about that room because I mean, not only did it also kind of prepare me for the Kill Tony stage, which is still a lot bigger, but like being in that small room where they're, like you're saying, they're ready to laugh. I got laughs on all my punchlines, and I was only 4 months in, and I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
not be in here right now.
Yeah.
But no, I got laughs, and it felt good, and the energy was good in the room. I know I probably didn't do great, obviously, for where I'm at, it was
Yeah.
like good enough. But I had fun. I hope I get on that mothership mic again because I think that's another one of like my next goals, like in Austin, is to just start getting on those other rooms like Black Rabbit, Vulcan.
Yeah.
I'm just working towards getting that time so I can get on those stages.
Mhm.
Have you been into Black Rabbit?
Is that the one that's underground?
Yeah.
Yes, I've been
I
to Black
love that
Rabbit, and
room.
I've definitely been to Vulcan. So
So cool.
Yeah.
It's sick. Where else have you gone outside of Austin and Florida?
outside of Austin,
Or Texas.
I did a couple mics in like LA one
Mhm.
time. What was it? The comedy, I forgot what it was called. But like they do like a mic and then they'll put you on a showcase like later that week if you do well, which
Mhm.
they did put me on it, but I was already leaving, so I didn't get to actually go up. But they say if I go back, I can go there. It's the comedy something. I don't know if it's not the store. It's like, I can't remember what it was called.
Comedy Vault? I don't know if I heard that
no,
before. I don't
I
know.
don't remember. And then there's I've been in New York and I did a couple open mics there. That one's a little bit more rough.
Intense. Yeah,
I
I've
did
heard.
one show in Brooklyn, so that was fun.
Okay.
That was actually a really nice audience that they had in Brooklyn. And then the Manhattan mics, like the only ones I found were ones that you had to pay for, and I paid for one, and I was like, imagine paying to just like be in front of comedians. Like, 'cause it's like, this is insane. Like, I'm not doing this.
That's what I heard is you have to pay to get on mics out there. It's
Mhm.
like if you don't bring people or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I forgot who I was talking to the other day who's up there, and they said like next time I'm up there, let them know because there's ones that they have that you don't have to pay for. They're like never pay for a mic when you go to New York.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess there's others that I didn't see. I did a Don't Tell in Houston while I was in Austin one time. That was also
That sounds
very
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where else have I gone? New Orleans. New Orleans, I was great because I think when I went to New Orleans, I was like 6 months in, and I was going for like my friend's birthday, and then I just found a mic, but it ended up being a show, but the guy gave me like 3 minutes, and it was like the best 3 minutes of my life.
Good. That's great. That's awesome.
Like I did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do for being that new into it, but they loved the jokes, so
Yeah.
I was happy about that. I don't think where else I've been. I think that's it. I feel like there's another city that I went to, but I can't think of it now. But those are
Yeah.
the cities I've done it in so far.
Yeah, that's really cool. Here, pull this down a little bit. It just floats up slowly sometimes. I think it's a defect in the thing. Yeah, no, when I was in Atlanta, I met a girl from New Orleans.
Atlanta too. I've been to
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah. She said the comedy scene over New Orleans is really great, so I'd like to take a trip over there one time.
And New Orleans is just a nice city.
Yeah.
If that's the kind of stuff you're into.
Yeah, I heard they got like voodoo stuff.
Yeah, it's like dark. It's like a little dirty, dingy, but I don't know. It's just so much fun. I love New Orleans.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't traveled much inside the United States now that I think about it. I mean, we pretty much only go to like Connecticut because we have family up there, and then we'll do like family trips outside of the states. But yeah, do you travel at all like outside the country, or do you do anything like that?
Yeah. I've done. I've done comedy in Tokyo. Too.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
How
so
was that?
it was good. Because it's a lot of Americans. It's like a lot of expats that come to those shows. It's English. It's an English comedy.
Oh, okay.
Club. Literally English because the guy that owns it is from England. I guess him and his brother found their wives in Tokyo and stayed or something. So it's called a Tokyo Comedy Bar. So I got to do that, and that was very interesting. And it's so funny because I did it on the same night as Jordan Rock, but I got there when he was leaving, and I'd never even know that Chris Rock had another brother that did comedy.
I had no clue.
But that was fun. It was really fun. And then there was another one in Okasawa, but I wasn't going to be there on the day that they had their show, so I missed that one. But it was fun doing it over there.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've only been to Tokyo once we went for like 2 weeks, like 6 years ago. It was a really cool experience. Everything there is so clean. Like,
Where do you go? Are you at Tokyo?
we stayed in Tokyo. We did travel outside. We took a car. We went out to Chiba and then some mountain that was nearby, but we didn't really go too far outside of Tokyo.
Do you go to? I don't know if you're into anime, but do you go to the anime town? Okay.
My husband watches anime. I watch some of them. I'm not a super big fan, but I mean, I'm not like not a fan. It's just
same. I'm like I'll watch some here or there, but I'm not like
yeah. My husband's like super heavy. Like even if he doesn't like the anime, he'll watch it because he's just like an anime
I feel like that's
fan.
every guy our age, like because that's every guy I've ever dated. It's just
yeah,
they
all
like the
anime.
same things.
Yeah,
I was like, I guess I have a type.
yeah, right. No, I'll sell you my husband later.
I'm not buying. I'm not in the market.
No, Tokyo's really awesome. It was fun. We didn't really do much out there except for go to like a drifting event and just travel around. But
Literally Tokyo drifted.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, we went and watched. They have this. It's called D1 Drifting Japan, and it's just like a competition they do out there. And we took a car out there to go watch them. But next time we go, we want to go rent cars. But for 2 people to go rent drift cars and go to Tokyo is retardedly expensive.
Just getting over there is expensive.
Yeah, I was like, we need to save how much? All right. It's going to be a couple years. Yeah, no, but that was fun. What else did you do out there when you were in Tokyo? Were you there on like vacation or?
Yeah, it was vacation, and then I just happened to find comedy clubs while I was out there. It was one of those like through a travel agency where you kind of get put with a group and they take you to different cities. So I did Tokyo, Kyoto, Hakone, and Okasawa. I think that's right. Yeah.
Okinawa or maybe
Osaka?
Osaka. Yeah,
that's
Osaka's
it. There
near
it is.
Kyoto. Yeah. There you go. I was like, it's one of them. I don't know if it was the same.
I think I'm quoting the Megan Thee Stallion song somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think she says something about that.
That's funny.
But yeah, we did a bunch of stuff. A lot of museums, a lot of temples. They have a lot of temples.
They're everywhere. It's crazy.
So a lot of tours of temples. We did Mount Fuji, Mount Fuji.
One of them. I don't know.
Not the water, but the mountain.
Yeah.
Then I went off on my own and went to Universal and went to like Mario Land, which was so much fun. That was probably my favorite part.
I want to see that so bad. Yeah. I haven't gotten to see it because they built it after we left, I think. Because it's
really?
new, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I
not
think it's
new,
fair,
but
I didn't get to go on the Mario Kart though. That was there, but I got to at least like go into Mario Land, so that was fun. But they're building one in I think, is it in LA or no? They have one in LA. Maybe they're building one here. I don't know, but
That'd
I
be
think they're
cool.
gonna do one somewhere.
I feel like the Japan one's still probably more fun. They never do it the same over here.
It's small though. Like, you know how Universal is just this massive place here? Like over there, it's just like you can like walk from one end to the other. in,
Oh,
like, 20
really?
minutes. Like it's so small.
Maybe we'll be better over here.
Yeah. And then they were having like their version of Halloween Horror Nights, but it's like they don't have houses or stuff. They just have like a little section where they have scary people walking around. So
Not too scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember when we went to Tokyo, they had where you could rent the Mario Karts and wear costumes and drive in the street.
yes, I did see those. I saw them.
We were driving. We were like, what the hell is that? They're just driving in the street. I'm like, these people are going to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
We went to a car meet too over in Yokohama. That
Mm-hmm.
was really cool, but we didn't know the trains stop at a certain time.
Oh, okay.
So we almost got stuck there.
Oh, that's scary.
But thankfully we took a cab back. But they're everyone's so nice. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
we
I never
like,
felt unsafe at any point in time.
yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
Which I found it funny that they had those female only. Did you notice the female only subway carts or subway? It was like you'd have ones where only women were allowed to go in that
Yeah.
subway, and I was just like, that's interesting, but
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that when we were there, but I've seen that on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. So, how long were you in Jamaica before you moved over to
to Orlando.
Orlando? Yeah.
Till I was 15. So
Till you were so you were there.
So
for,
like I left in the middle of 10th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came here.
Yeah, yeah. What was it like transitioning?
I was very depressed.
Yeah.
Like, because I had to leave like all my friends behind. And you know, when you're like 15, like your friends are
Everything.
everything to you. So it's like I had to leave all my friends. And then my sister didn't move with me either. So, you know, I had to leave my sister behind. So that was really tough. And like I made friends when I came up here, but I was just like, I don't want to make any new friends. I don't want to get attached again. Like, what if this, like, I had this weird fear about like getting too attached to friends again after that. And I feel like that's affected me throughout the rest of my life in a weird way. Like, I just don't like to get too attached to people. So, but no, it was like a different experience, like just being around new people. It was like there was like still like a little excitement to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the things that was fun for me is that there I had to wear like a uniform, and then up here I didn't. So I was like, oh cool, I get to dress different every day, and I can wear nail polish because that's not allowed down there, or you can wear makeup here and that's not allowed down there. So that was like different things that you get to do in school because of that. So
Yeah, a little more freedom.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's got a. Did your any of your family come with you, or you came by yourself?
My mom,
Your mom.
and then my cousins, because I already had some family and cousins up here that already lived here.
Okay.
But in terms of who came with me, it was just me and my mom.
Yeah. And you were in Orlando for how long? I think you said, but
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah,
and you're still
'cause-
close to all your family. I know you go back and visit, right?
Yeah. So they're all in Orlando. So, so whenever I go over there, my mom's there, my aunt's there, my cousins are there. So a lot of them.
Yeah, that's good. You stay close to them and stuff.
Yeah.
It can be hard to be away from family because, like me and my husband were just talking about it because we want to have a kid in like 4 or 5 years or something, and we were thinking about maybe moving to like somewhere where land is cheaper because
Yeah.
land is just getting so pricey here.
Yeah.
So we're looking at like Jacksonville and like all these other places, and I'm thinking about, I'm just like, man, being away from family has got to be difficult, especially as you get older, because like, you know, you have kids, and then like if you don't have family around, you got to pay people to take care of the kids.
Exactly.
It's not just about the money. Like you want the kid to be around your family, so it can be difficult. I could see how that could be hard transition, just moving away from family and everything.
Yeah.
Do you want kids in your future, or
I don't think so.
yeah?
But I'm also not like super against it. I feel like if I met a guy and he was like hell bent on having kids, like I'll be like, all right, I'll do it. Like,
Yeah, so you'd like you're just kind of like go with the flow.
yeah.
That's
Before I was adamantly against it, and now I'm just like, it depends on the guy. Like if I feel like he would be a good partner and a good father, then yeah, I'll do it. But I also have never dated a guy where I was just like, I think he could be a good dad.
yeah, it just hasn't happened yet. So yeah, no, that's, I mean, to each their own. Like whatever anybody wants to do, that's cool.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's plenty of kids out there.
And that too. And I think I would want to adopt too if I ever did it, because I was just like, I feel like there are so many kids that need to be adopted. Like, I don't need to make my own. Like, it seems, I don't know.
There's a lot out there. Yeah, that could use good homes, especially.
Yeah.
It blows my mind sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if a lot of this stuff, I mean, it's got to be, a lot of the stuff on the internet has to be rage bait.
Yeah, of course.
But I see like some parents that just be doing some wild shit with their kids, and I'm just like, some people should be barred from having children.
Yeah.
Like I'm no one to judge because I don't have a kid
People that
yet,
have the
but
most children are the ones who probably shouldn't have any.
yeah, just popping them out one after another. No, yeah. I just want one. I'm like one and done. Like I feel like I couldn't handle more than that, but people keep trying to curse me with the twin shit. So I'm like, I don't.
You can't do it. Doing it at one, that's so expensive. And then as the older they get, because then once you get to college, like 2 college tuitions is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
they're going to be screaming at each other no matter how old they get.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. It's too much. I mean, I had a brother growing up, but like, and we would like fight, argue a little bit here and there. I wouldn't say we were that bad, but who's to say? My mom would probably say the opposite. Like, yeah, you guys were a pain in the ass. So how many siblings do you have? Just your sister?
Yeah, just one sister.
Just one sister. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like 9 years older than me, so there's a big age gap there. So she used to always be the one to babysit me and stuff like that. So we spent a lot of time together when I was younger. I was like always up her ass.
Yeah. I always wanted to hang out with my older brother and his friends too, because he was 4 years older than me, and he was the cool guy. So like I always wanted to be around him, but I was just the annoying little get away from me. Fly. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was the same. My sister had to hang out with me because my mom was a single mom. So like when she was at work, it was my sister that would have to take care of me. And she's like, you can go do whatever you want. You just have to take your sister with you. So I'd be going with her friends to the mall, to the movies, like wherever they were going, I was just there. Like
That's great. Yeah, so I guess we can talk about, I did want to ask you, so like stand up and like comedy influences growing up, did you have anything like that, like comedy movies or like stand ups that you saw at a young age that maybe implanted that in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Chris Rock at a very young age before I should have been. Because my sister used to watch and that's the same thing. Whatever my sister watches, what I watched. So I think I was watching a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been watching at a young age, but she always used to watch Comic View and any like specials. Like there's a Chris Rock special. I always remember this because I was, because we shared a room and she was watching it and I was pretending to sleep because it was past my bedtime. And he told a joke and I just busted out laughing so hard. And then my mom runs in the room and she's like, why is she awake? Why are you watching this? My mom never used to like us watching stand-up comedy, like as a kid. She'd always get mad at me because she's like, they're so vulgar. Like, why are you? And I was like, I love it. Like, I would literally just sit down. I don't know if you remember when they used to do those Comedy Central Presents, like marathons. they'd have those on Comedy Central, and I would just like watch stand up after stand up like obsessively, like as a kid. But I've always liked it. But yeah, Chris Rock was always one of my favorites, like as a kid. And definitely Dave Chappelle is another influence of mine. I'm trying to think who else I used to like. Bruce. I used to love Bruce too.
Yeah.
He was always funny. And then like as I got older, there's one of my favorite writers is Gary Goldman. I don't know if you know who Gary Goldman is, but he's like my favorite comedian in terms of writing and what, like, he can take any topic and just make it hilarious. Like he has a whole bit about cookies, and he does 7 minutes on cookies, and it's just like
crazy.
the most hilarious thing. And then he can just like make up stories. Like there's another one where he talks about how all of the states got their little 2-letter code or whatever, and he makes up a whole story about what that meeting was like, and that's hilarious. So I just like the way that he can just take any topic and just make it into like this whole thing. So
Yeah, that's how I feel about Harlan Williams. Every time I watch him on stage, he just says the most like things that you would never even think is possible to say. He's just coming up with shit out of his ass. I'm just like, where does this come from? Like, who is talking to you in your brain to describe an apple like that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Are you interested in like film or writing or anything like that?
Acting, I do want to do like comedic acting. I don't think I could do writing though.
Yeah.
Not like, maybe I could. I don't know. It just seems, writing for like a show seems daunting to me. But I definitely want to get more into acting and do like a sitcom. Like that would be amazing if I could get on a sitcom. Like,
yeah, that's really cool. What kind of sitcom would you want to be on that's like similar to one that's like out today, like Friends or like, I don't know.
I do love Friends.
Yeah.
Like something like Friends or Seinfeld where it's like there's no thing, it's just people hanging out and you just living your life, like that kind of sitcom.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it could
Like,
just keep going on forever. Yeah. Would you want to make it like your own, like you're the star of it and
no,
it's like
I don't want to be the
you would
star.
just want to be a part of it.
I just want to be a side character, like the best friend or the weird neighbor or something like that. Like, I don't want to be the person, because I know a lot of, like Seinfeld is loosely based on his life, or like, Louis did his thing, but a lot of them do their shows loosely. I don't want to do that. I'll be in somebody else's life, but I don't want it to be about my life.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I don't know if I'm not against wanting any of those things. Writing, I'll write my comedy. And that's
I'm
about
gonna
it.
write my jokes, but writing for a show seems crazy.
I don't find it fun for me because I tried to write a book before and I get really bored and agitated with how long it takes. And I think that's why I enjoy writing jokes, because it's just like I can like be quick and work it out on stage and then mess with it here. So yeah, no, I could, but film, I don't know where I'd want to.
What do you try to write a book on?
I've
Drifting?
No. Although I should. That might be the right path, right?
Drifting Through Life with Alex Barboza.
No, so I've got like, I don't even know how many pages I have, maybe 40 to 50 on a book that I started, and I don't even remember the title, but it's basically, I really enjoyed crime growing up, like criminology, like every other white woman that watches A&E. And I started writing a book about, basically, it's kind of loosely based off my life, but very just a lot of exaggerated points. So it's not identical to my life, but it's basically like there's a girl that has a brother. He gets murdered, and all of his body parts, he's an organ donor. So all of his organs, like his heart, get transplanted into other people. And the other people that receive the organs start getting visions of who killed him. And like,
That's so cool.
yeah, and like they get dreams about him talking to them. And somehow all of these people within the book, they end up meeting each other in passing, or like some weird scenario where they end up getting together, and then they don't realize that they have, like, the sister has the connection to this person that received the organ.
Yeah.
But then they eventually find out, because information starts coming out. There's a cop that is questioning like the dad. The mom's a drunk. The dad's like a nice guy that's trying to keep the family together. And then like the brother that died, the sister kind of like thought he was a piece of shit until he died, and then she like missed him, and it's like a whole.
I like
it.
Premise. That is a really good premise.
I like it. I think I need to keep going with it. I just don't think I have the motivation or the time right now. So I have it saved. I need to go back and read it because I know what I already wrote probably needs to be adjusted and changed because I need more details. I need to be more descriptive so like other people can understand the world I'm trying to create.
Yeah.
But I know it's something I want to keep doing. I gotta have the time for it, and I just don't right now. But yeah, no. So that
Does it
was
have
my
any like comedic aspect to it?
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't intentionally because this was before I even started comedy. This was like 3 years ago. I started this book. I probably jumped on it every once in a while and just added some stuff, but. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe my hope was that maybe to eventually turn it into a TV show one day.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe now that we're talking about it, maybe I'll get back to it and go check it out. Maybe try to sit down for an hour a day and work at that. I don't know. But yeah, I guess maybe I do like writing. I just hate the time it takes to do
Yeah, it
it.
takes for, talk to Stephen King. He's always like...
I heard he busts out books like crazy. He just
and
can't
then
shut
he
that brain
stops.
off.
There's this one series that and I'm glad that I wasn't around when it was happening because I was a kid. It's like his biggest series, the Dark Tower series. And there's, I think it's 7 books. But I think he wrote 3 of the books in like the late 80s, early 90s. And then he didn't write another book until like late 90s, early 2000s. So it was when he finished the series. So he did the first 3. It was like 10 years. Jesus. And then he did the last 4. But but obviously by the time I started the series, all of them were already out.
Yeah.
But there was one of the books where he printed in the back of like the one that came out after years, letters that his fans were sending him. Like they were like pissed. Like, when are you gonna do these books? There was one lady, she's like, I'm 85 years old. I'm gonna die before I find out.
Oh my God.
And then even like I know like George R.R. Martin gets shit too because it's just like I was waiting for him to finish the series and then the show got ahead of the books and then they just finished it out and he's like, I'm not gonna do the books, and I was like so upset because in the books, and I don't know if I'm gonna spoil this for. Do you ever watch Game of Thrones?
I finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the books, Catherine didn't die. Like her throat got slit. But then there was an like in the ending part of the I think it was the 5th book. She came back and she was still an alive character.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like I was waiting for that to happen in the show, and then it never happened. So I'm just like, well, what were you gonna do with her? Like, and it's gone.
Yeah, it is kind of frustrating to read a book and then watch you're expecting something when you watch it, and you're just like,
yeah,
it's not even the same. What are you doing? I never read the books for Game of Thrones though, so I thoroughly enjoyed the series. I thought it was great the way
I
it was
did
done.
enjoy it in spite of that, but I was just like, because that was like a cliffhanger on the last book he wrote, was the fact that Catherine was still alive.
Yeah.
And then they never brought her back to life in the movie.
I wonder how many letters he got. They're just like, nope, we need that. Give us the rest of the books. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's a decision you can make. You're like, I made enough money. I'm done.
Yeah,
See ya.
exactly. You don't have to finish.
I sold it to HBO. I don't need anything.
But yeah, I think that pressure, like, of knowing, because it's like when you're watching a show, you're waiting for someone else to tell you how it's going to end. But when you're writing, you're like, oh, I have to come up with how it's going to end.
Yeah. I wonder what their thought process was with that. They're just like, all right, guys, we need all the writers in the world to get together and try to replicate this guy's way of writing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be difficult. Do you read a lot? Are you into?
I don't read a lot now, but I do. It's just because I don't have the time or the mental capacity anymore to read. But I do read books. I just read them very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'll take me probably a year to finish a book at this point. But I was a big reader as a kid, so.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I wasn't a big reader as a kid. I honestly hated it. But as I got older, when I started finding books that I liked, but same thing, I'll take forever because I I have to tell myself that, like, hey, like, you want to sit down, relax your mind for a minute, just sit down, read a book instead of watch TV.
Exactly.
But I'm like, yeah, watching TV is much easier.
Yeah, it is, because with the you gotta sit up, you gotta have the light, and then like my neck starts to hurt, and I'm just like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're younger, you have the capability to be uncomfortable for hours.
Yes.
Like, as soon as I turned 29, I was like, I thought I had to wait till 30 till my knees started hurting when it rained.
Oh no, I think mine started at 28. So.
Yeah. I feel like my body, like, I can't eat junk food anymore.
Yeah.
I love hot fries, hot Cheetos, all the junk food. And dude, I wake up the next morning, I'm like, what did you just do? You
Yeah,
just
it's like a
ruined your whole
hangover.
morning.
Yeah,
It is. I'm like, first I stopped drinking because it made me feel bad. Now I'm like, no more junk food. Now I got to be healthy. What the fuck?
yeah. It sucks. I mean, I guess it's good that you just listen to your body. Your body's like, hey, don't do this anymore. But I want some fries.
Yeah, I don't listen to my body at all. I still eat them every weekend. I'm like, all right, we're going in.
Yeah.
That's my dinner on the way home from a show is hot Cheetos and whatever else I grab, peanut M&Ms.
Oh God, yeah.
Those are the best.
Another thing that started getting me sick is anything pork, like pork and bacon. And I love pork and bacon, and now I'm just like, I get like a little nauseous anytime I eat.
Really,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, what happened?
It's crazy how much your body's. It's like it feels like it's overnight too. I'm just like, I can't take me back to when I could absorb everything in my body.
Like the other day, I went to Universal, and I don't know. I was just like, that night, I was just like, I'm just gonna be a kid. I'm gonna like eat all the things that I want. I'm gonna get all the bad stuff, all the candy, all the corn dogs, and I did that at like as if I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I got home and I just like immediately threw up. I was just like, no.
That's the worst.
I was like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
this is yeah.
That's happened to me too.
Maybe doing a s'more, then a corn dog covered in Cheetos, and then a taco, and then a turkey leg probably wasn't the best idea. On top of all the beer that I drank.
You enjoyed it going down. At least you don't got to worry about the consequences because it all came right out. You're good.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, no, that sucks to go home and just feel like shit. Because then you feel like shit the next day too, probably, right?
That I think when I threw up, it kind of like
It helped out a little
yeah,
bit.
it helped out. Like like when you throw up when you're like you drink too much, you don't get as much of a hangover the next day. So it was the same effect.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just got a new house this past year. How's that going?
It's okay.
Like you're settled in or
Yeah, I'm settled in. This like there's little things that are annoying me because it's in the HOA neighborhood, which I wasn't too keen on. But it was also hard to find. I would have had to go to like Palm Bay to find a house that didn't have HOA.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy about that. I just feel like, like they're trying to tell me what to do, and I was just like, this is my land. Like,
Yes, it's like it's your property. Exactly. HOA is the dumbest shit ever.
I was like, owning a house is turning me into a Republican. I'm just like, this is my property. I should be able to do what I want. If I want to build a fence, I shouldn't have to ask you permission to build a freaking fence. Like,
yeah.
But then also, they didn't grade the lots very well. So like, when it rains, it's just like soppy for like a couple days. So that's annoying. But I mean, overall, the house itself is good. So I do like it. I like that it's mine and I can kind of do whatever I want with it. So it's fun.
Yeah, it's a good investment to get a house when you're young and then,
Yeah.
have it for your future whatever, adopted dogs or children.
Exactly.
Whatever works. But that's really cool. Like I look up to that because that's really an independent thing to do because I never did that. I pretty much lived with my parents.
Yeah.
And then I've been with my husband pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
So I never had to go through the experience of dealing with rent for $2,000 a month, this crazy shit that's going on right now over here, not just over here, everywhere, obviously. And then purchasing a house on your own is like one of the most incredible things I think somebody can do, especially today. So it's like, I look up to that for sure. Cause like that independence is like something people should strive for. I feel like people depend on things to happen for them. Like they don't take action and do things. So, I mean, I didn't have to do it. I'm very blessed, very lucky, but like I look up to that. So that's really cool. Yeah. But it's weird settling into a new house, huh? Like just like sleeping and stuff and like being in a new area.
Yeah, and every time I move, it's like I always have like a little sadness leaving the old place into the new place. So like my first night, I was just like, oh, I kind of miss the old place. You know, you get used to it, but no, I definitely like it now. I'm thinking about like maybe getting a cat or something to keep me company.
Yeah, the cats are the easiest too, because you could leave them alone for like 3 days just with a bowl of food and you're good. You don't have to worry about paying anybody to watch them. Or dogs are a little more, a little more difficult.
I don't mind dogs, but yeah, they seem like a lot of work, and I would have to get like a sitter if I go out of town. My one thing with the cat is I wanted to get a kitten, and you can't really leave a kitten for too long. You probably wait till they get older, so it's just like with everything with comedy and then trying to like fly out to all these different places for shows, I don't know if I could get a kitten, so I might just get an old cat.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing.
We had a kitten that we were just watching because my husband got it from his work, and we were gonna give it to somebody, and that cat learned how to use the litter box like that, like 2 seconds, knew where to go. I'm like, oh, they're pretty smart. So maybe you could get it. Maybe you could get a kitten. That's like maybe like not like a tiny, like a fresh baby, but like 6 months or something. Maybe go to a shelter. They're everywhere. We found all of ours on the streets. Yeah, we just pick
Those
them up.
Those are usually the best, the ones you find on the street. Because I've had cats before. I've just never had good luck with them. My first cat that I got was a kitten, and then it ended up having worms, and they had to like put it down. So when they do it, they have to do it in front of you. So I had to like literally watch the light go out of this kitten's eyes in front of me, and he was like the little baby. And then 2 weeks later, they just sent his little paws in like this clay thing, like, and they're like, "Here's your thing," and like a book on how to recover from your dying cat. I was like, this is great.
They did the same thing with our dog. So they're like, because she was dying, and they're like, oh, you got to come in, whatever. And like they did the little injection thing. I'm sure you saw it. Yeah. And we're just like, why do we have
to be here?
While she's dying, they're like taking her paw in ink and putting it on the thing. And I'm like, they're like, do you want to do her nose too? And I'm like, I'm good. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I know I have this thing. I have this like clay thing with her paws in it. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And I think I had like a guy over one time, and he saw it. He's like, what is that? I was like, oh, this is my dead kitten's paws. And I was like, I guess it does sound kind of weird.
Yeah. If they don't know you first, that's probably not the best first thing to say, but I'm sure it wasn't the first thing you said. Yeah. Imagine meeting somebody and the first thing you say to them when you come to their house, like, this is it. Yeah. I got nothing else for you. It's just dead cat's paws.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But then every other cat after that I've had 3 after that, and they all ran away. So, because I try to have them to be outside cats, because I hate the whole litter box situation, and it works out, but I think they get antsy after a while.
Yeah.
The boys especially. Like, the boys run away a lot faster than the girl one. I think she stayed around for like 3 years, and then she left. The boys stay around for a year, and then they leave. And I was just like, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
We have 2 boys and 2 girl cats. One of each of them is indoors, and then the other 2 are outdoors. But one of them is I've never had an issue with cats. Like, I had 4 cats growing up. My grandpa had 4 cats. It was like never an issue. But we've got this one cat. I swear to God, first cat I've ever seen have like some sort of on the spectrum thing. Because first of all, I feel
like all cats are on the spectrum, though.
Yeah.
But it was like a cat version of on the spectrum.
Somebody needs to make a drawing for us to know which level our cat is on. But yeah, he'll take like his head and just like push it against the wall, just like sit there and do nothing. He chews on plastic. And then if there is any sort of poop, pee, or anything in any of the litter boxes, he refuses to use it. It has to be clean.
I've seen
for
that.
him.
Yeah, my cousin had a cat like that.
So he pisses on the floor, and it's like he has to have a specific. Like, that's why there's a litter box in the hallway, because that's his spot. Yeah. If it's not there, he's like, I'm gonna ruin all of your floor.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, we only have one problem cat. He's too terrified to go outside, but it is easier to have cats. And I had outdoor cats growing up my whole life. Never had a litter box. It was great. But
And they
as an
don't run
adult,
away?
no, they never did. But those were cats that kind of like chose us, I guess, because they were just like street cats. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's what cats do. They're just like, I like you. I'll
Yeah.
come live here.
And I think that's probably because the one that stayed the longest was just like an outside cat that kind of just came in. So I think I'm just gonna try to find a cat outside.
Yeah.
And take it and be like, you're mine now.
Yeah, they might not have run away either because we lost some cats that were young when I was little because
Yeah.
there was like snakes in the woods that would eat the neighbor cats, which was because some guy that lived down the street, he owned like a whole wall of snakes. He had like a whole room and his whole wall had like snakes in a box, like each box.
Oh no.
And when he moved away, this is illegal to do, by the way, but when he moved, he let all the snakes go.
All of them?
So we lost like most of the neighborhood cats because he had he had big, like massive, like
That's
illegal
crazy.
snakes. But he was in the military too. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you should not have all these snakes if you're having to move around like every 6 months to a
why
new
are
place.
you just releasing them into the wild? Like the poor cats.
Yeah, we lost 2 of them. Right after he moved away, so we assumed it was for that. But
Yeah.
and sometimes even if they're like they're like ready to go, they just leave. Like we had older cats that would just go and die, and I was like, "Where'd you go?" Never saw them again. But yeah, things happen. Do you ever have dogs growing up or no?
I did. I had a dog as a kid. Not for very long, maybe until I was like 5. But he's like an outside dog too.
Yeah.
He never came inside at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's usually how it is in Jamaica. Like we don't really have our pets inside the house. They kind of just stay outside. So that's what I've always been used to.
Yeah, that's how it was like back in the day in the United States. Like my mom her grandparents had like a farm and all the dogs would be outside.
Maybe it's not a Jamaica thing. Maybe it's just a 90s thing. Like maybe that's just back in the
Yeah,
day.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, we had our dogs inside, but yeah, it's different everywhere you go. Because that was like the 80s when she was a kid. So yeah, 80s, 90s, I guess. A lot of people were doing that, feeding them McDonald's burgers.
Yeah, whatever's on the plate. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh. So you got any exciting shows coming up or anything like that?
Besides going to Austin next week, do I have anything? Yeah, because I'm gonna be in Austin next week, and then I'm gonna be at Zany's in Chicago November 17th. I'm gonna be in Greenville, South Carolina, November 23rd. So it's just like I'm touring with that guy that I told you about.
Yeah, okay.
So those are his shows. So that's kind of like my focus for like the next month. And then I don't have any just like, like Milk District or Don't Tells and stuff like that in between now and then. So, yeah.
So when you go to these places, are you staying for like the week to check out the scene too, or just gonna go for the show?
Literally just because the show's on Sunday, so I'm just flying out, flying in, flying right back out because I have work Monday, so I gotta get back for work.
Yeah. One day we'll be able to do it full time.
I think I have probably 16 hours of PTO left for the rest of the year, so I cannot take anything else.
Yeah, that's what I just had to ask my boss if I could, because I want to go to Austin at least like 3 to 4 times a year, and they're making this whole initiative for everyone to go back into office full time.
Oh no, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, so I was like, is this going to be a problem, me working from home when I go on these trips? Because I don't have enough PTO to be just using 5 days every time I go there. So I feel that. So I'm waiting on a response to see what happens. They don't watch this, but I'm probably going to look for a full-time work from home job if they make us go back in.
I'm always kind of looking for remote jobs here and there. It's just getting something that pays the same. That's where my issue comes in. I got those, I guess you call them golden handcuffs. Like I cannot, like I could probably definitely swing it, but it's just like I've just gotten used to a certain level that I don't know. I'll have to see.
No, I completely know where you stand, because like I'm in the same position where the company I work for, they take care of people for the area that we live in because their pay scale's in another state.
Yes.
Yeah. So every time I find another job that's like close to my level, it's like, 20% less. And I'm just
Yes.
like, I know I'm,
And
like
it
you
would
said,
be
too
a lot
comfortable.
more work too. What I know, because I'm just like, it's different, it's new, so I know it's gonna be. Right now, I kind of know what I'm doing. Everything's like, it's like I'm on autopilot a lot of times. But I know if I move to a new job, I have to figure out a new company, figure out a new responsibilities, all of that, plus getting paid less on top of that. So
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I'm like not taking the jump till I find something that's right. But I mean, yeah, working from home is like the easiest thing for a comedian to do. I feel like
it's perfect.
it just gives us more brain space and more flexibility to be able to travel.
What do you do?
This is supply chain, so I'm a supply chain analyst for Blue Origin. So I basically just like work in between the customers, which are the people internally that are ordering parts, and I just submit stuff to procurement, like just all the data that's from that. And I'm like a middleman. It's for me, it's an easy job, but like on autopilot. I mean, it's easy for me to go to work and do the job because I've been with the company for 5 years, so I'm like settled in now. And like I'm like a grandpa with how much the turnover is.
Yeah. I've been with mine for 10 years, and
oh shit, yeah.
Whenever I do go into the office, I was like, I don't know any of these people. Like, it's like when I go to open mics now, I'm just like, I don't know a lot of these like people out here, but yeah, 10 years. So it's like, I know everything about this company.
Yeah. In engineering, what specifically do you work on?
Oh, so I do, I kind of oversee the engineering of electrical poles. So I'm contracted to do that. And then, I'll oversee the design, approve it, and then send it to construction. And then while it's in construction, I'm kind of like support on that. If they have any questions about the design or if they need to change anything while they're in the field, like I'll be the point of contact to get any of that changed on the design side if anything needs to be changed. So
yeah, because we have the same. Obviously, there's engineers in our company too. They just work on specific parts of whatever they're working on. But
so I'm not actually doing the engineering myself. I'm just guiding the engineers in the right direction.
Yeah. So I mean, aside from comedy, you enjoy it. You just like that you can go to work and be on, do your thing and be on autopilot. Yeah. No, I feel
Nobody
that.
bothers me.
So. Yeah. 10 years. It's like, it's nice to have that level of comfortability. Cause like I was saying, like when I do go into work, I just like throw my headphones in. Nobody really talks to me. It's easy because I can just get my job done and go home, which is what I enjoy. I don't need work to stress me out. I don't need any of that. So keep
there
my
was
head
a
down.
time where I was like, I want to be a CEO, and I was like working like 70 hours, and I was just like, I need to do this, and I need to be like a director, because I got as far as director, and then while I was a director was when COVID happened, and then I was just like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Like, this is stressing me out. Like, it's not for me. And I just kind of settle into like a project management, which is, a little less stressful. And then that's what I've been doing since then. I haven't gotten a promotion or anything. I'm not looking for one. So I think I want to just focus more on comedy.
Yeah. No, that's good. I hope it works out. I hope you can do comedy full time very soon, and I think that feature stuff is going to be your first foot in to doing that stuff. So it's exciting to just see the people that we kind of hang around, and like you, just like seeing people keep going up and going up, because I'm like, and everybody's doing it a different way. Everyone's got their different paths. So you're like,
I like that. You can make your own path in this. You can do it any way you want.
Yeah, there's no one way, and as long as you just keep doing it and you keep getting better, like there's no reason to quit unless you hate it. Like, don't keep doing it if you don't like
if you hate it. Like, what are you doing? You have to love this.
Yes, yeah. I feel like almost every single person that does it that I talk to is just obsessed, though. It's almost like I guess there's been a few people I've talked to that are like, oh, I have fun with it. There is people out there like that, which I hear a lot of people are like, I guess, what's the right word? Like maybe frustrated with people that are around that are like that because they don't like
don't-
that they take up stage time.
I don't.
I don't
care.
know.
It's
I'm just like, yeah.
I know. I know people like that. They don't like people who do it as a hobby, and I was just like, well, it's a hobby for me,
Yeah.
technically, and just be better. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
letting someone who's not taking it that seriously get more
Bother
stage
you.
time than you and bother you, then
Mhm.
like you need to look internally.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, I hear it all the time because like we have people come out like last night. Villain, we had somebody come out that I haven't seen in a few weeks, and he did good. Like it's cool to see when like people just come out in general.
Yeah.
I'm like I'd rather have more people out here than not.
Exactly.
It's like it's not like there's not enough room for people. There's plenty.
Yeah, there's a lot
plenty
of
of room,
mics,
plenty
there's
of
a lot
time.
shows. There's stuff to do. So
Yeah, no, I just had Rob on, and he was like, because I told him when I first met him, he was the first person I talked to in Orlando because I was just kind of like didn't know nobody, so he was sitting by himself. So I walked up to him and I was like, you're really nice, and it was nice to like have a nice interaction when I first came out there instead of a negative one, which is good. Which I don't really run into negative reactions typically.
not really.
But I told him, I was like, man, that's got to be annoying to have open micers come up to you constantly and talk to you and not knowing that you've been doing it for like 3-4 years. So,
Yeah.
and he's like, he looks in the camera and he's like, you know what? Yeah, just stop. Just all you stop coming to open mics. Don't try it. Just get out of here. I'm like, Rob
Rob is such an asshole. Like,
he's a funny asshole though,
Yeah,
so
no,
you got to
he is.
give it to him. He has me laughing no matter what he says. Damn. I hope I get that funny one day. Not trying to boost your ego, Rob. I'm gonna cut this out so it doesn't.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No. Yeah. So I mean, you're out in Orlando constantly. I see you out there all the time.
Yeah,
That's good. So you just keep yourself out there to just keep working and just like doing as much as you can.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of what I got used to because when I moved here, there was nothing in Melbourne, so I had no choice but to drive to Orlando every day. And I think I was literally driving to Orlando every day just for mics.
Yeah.
Now at least I'm getting paid here or there to do it, so it's a lot better. But I just got used, and that's where kind of like I made a lot of my comedy friends. So sometimes I'll still go out there because I was like, I want to see the people I know or whatever. But
Yeah, because you're hosting Chronic Guru,
Yeah, so I
right?
do that
And then
every
you've been doing
Tuesday.
Other Bar pretty much almost every week. I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you take a week
it's
off.
not. Yeah, I'm not the person. I just keep asking to do it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I do it.
I know Amir did it one night. I know
Yeah.
it's different people now and again, like Kevin and yeah, no, I really enjoy that there's 3 mics on Monday night now.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I can go out to Orlando and hit 3. Great. Now I'm getting to like 7 to 10 shows per week, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. I hope more people that are coming into the scene now start doing more. I hope people start trying to start more open mics.
Yeah, I want to start one. I just need to find the spot. I
Yeah.
think that's my first thing is just finding the good spot. And then I think I'm just scared. Like, what if I can't get people there? What if there's no audience? And then I just outthink myself of doing it, and then I just don't do it. But I think I just need to take the plunge and start it.
Yeah, whenever you feel it's right for you.
Yeah.
But that would be really cool. It would be awesome to like not even have to leave here. I would still do it just to get a different crowd because it's
Yeah.
different over in Orlando. But still, like, I mean, even Villain, we have a bunch of new people coming out and trying the open mics, and it's just cool to see. So, because I remember when I started, that's why like I've had suggestions to make it a more of like a closed mic. Kind of how Mojitos is. But I remember when I first started, I was like, it was so hard
Yeah.
for me to find an open mic.
No,
Because
I like open mics. 'Cause,
yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I want to keep it this way. So when I kind of gave everything to Raw Comedy, I was like, well, I still want to like be involved and like host so I can get stage time and stuff because I don't want to continue a production company or anything like that. I don't want to like run shows forever. I just want to, do it to try it and
Yeah.
see how it goes. But yeah, I was like, only thing only promise I want you guys to keep is to keep this as an open mic.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's already a showcase. If you guys want to do shows there, do shows there. I'm just like, I want it to stay an open mic because I want people to have the opportunity and not have to go to the Improv or drive all the way, because that's the only one you can find online.
Yeah.
That's like an open mic, because it's not, I mean, obviously like the other ones are out there, but nobody that's starting out knows like what, oh, I need to follow this page or this page to find it. I mean, you learn obviously, but it took me so long to get on stage for the first time.
That's great. Yeah, and the Improv is probably the worst one to do because everybody goes to that one, so there's always going to be a bump list, and it's like it's hard. I don't even go up on that one like anymore. I like more the showcases and the stuff. So
yeah, you're also at that level too where you're already, you know, like you said, you feature it out there and stuff, so that's more what you're working towards.
Yeah.
No more open mics. I feel like I would still go out to open mics just for fun, no matter what.
Yeah, no, sometimes like if I go to an open mic, like a lot of times I don't go up unless I have new material, but I won't go up and I'll just go to hang out, honestly. So
yeah, because the hang is like one of the most fun parts about it. I feel like that's, at least it's when I get my social time in with people, because I don't really talk to people.
It's the only time I talk to people. That's why I do it.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to talk to people other than my husband. Let me. But I still obviously get on stage and do the open mics and stuff because I'm new. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy comedy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I mean, we can end it here unless you got any. I
think what else. I feel like it's been all about me.
Yeah, it has. It's got to be all about you. Everyone's gonna get to know me. Trust me. I'm on here every fucking week.
Yeah.
I want. That's the whole purpose of this, really, is because I see you guys and I talk to you guys for like, you know, what, 5 minutes, and it's mostly we're just shooting the shit, bullshitting around.
We're not doing anything serious ever. Like
we're not getting to know each other on a serious.
Yeah,
so it's nice to like, because I want to have you on again and everybody else on again. So I don't want to like get everything out. I mean, I'm sure things will change and things will happen, but you know. So I just want to, I like this because this is my time to like actually get to know the people that I'm working with and seeing all the time. And, you know, who know, you're going to be famous one day. So I'll be like, what's up, bitches? I had Ash Cash on my podcast. Yeah. So no, it's nice to actually sit down and talk to you guys and like get to know you on a more kind of serious level, because we're not super serious people.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, you want to like shout out your Instagram?
Oh yeah,
whatever you following YouTube.
Is this
this one?
Hey, everything is on Ash Cash Got Jokes, so that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I have everything. Threads. Or if you can just go to my website, www.ashcashgotjokes.com, and everything's there. My bio. If you want to see some headshots of me, I don't know if you care about that, or and all of my social media. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and you've got merch too, like keychains and stuff.
Yeah, I sell keychains and stickers. Not online, but if you come to our show, you can buy one from me, or I might give you one depending on my mood.
All right, yeah, well, thanks for coming out. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me. I love this.
And then this is like a natural end. We're still here, but
yeah.
She keep working that back and I'm about to throw the shit like back and forward. When she teasing, what she got me good with her. When she move with it, when she working, what she got, she can't be new to it. So